Tech company Hitachi and Microsoft are looking to forge a multi-billion-dollar alliance aimed at propelling generative artificial intelligence into the mainstream. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump's swift ascent on TikTok garnered 3 million followers within one day, and that has raised some questions. For more, I am joined by Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast. Wonderful to have you with me. Microsoft and Hitachi, Hi. What do we know?
It's a huge partnership, as you said, multi-billion-dollar. And so the plan is really they're focusing on accelerating the adoption of generative AI. And so with this, they're integrating Microsoft Cloud, GitHub, Copilot into Hitachi's Lumada business. And so it's going to enhance so many other tools as well. So it's pretty big. What I found most interesting about this was that Hitachi has now invested in training 50,000 people within the company to be generative AI specialists. So I think this is amazing, and it's really going to put them in such a strong leadership position in the space by having such a well-trained workforce in this particular area.
Because that's what it's become all about, really, is having that skill set and understanding those prompts and working alongside AI. As far as I understand, it's all about working with the machines, not against them.
Absolutely. It's a collaboration. It's not a replacement. So while some tasks can be automated, of course, it means that it frees people up to focus on the more people-centric parts of their role rather than actually replacing it. And understanding how to really work with the technology is going to save so much time and money in the long run.
Yeah, and it still feels like we're in this arms race when it comes to big companies like Google and Microsoft who are looking to plant the seeds and grow quite quickly.
Absolutely. Every week there are these new partnerships forming, and the tools are growing and adding new features. And so I don't know, I'm not sure, I haven't looked this morning, but I know that ChatGPT was out last night. So I haven't jumped on this morning to see, but there was a big uproar about that. Don't know what's going on there.
I did see that as well, but I can confirm that at least for me, it was working this morning.
Okay, yeah. I always get excited. Maybe they're doing something amazing on the back end.
Oh yeah,
they're
bringing up their next big feature. But let's talk about Trump. He's on TikTok. Didn't he want to ban it at one point?
Look, I think he's been very strategic here. So I just looked, I've got my phone here now, and he now has 5.3 million followers from one video. So yes, he was trying to ban it, but if you think about it, the usage rate of TikTok in the States is enormous. So around a third, or maybe more now, of the population of the US use TikTok. And I think by doing this, he might be saying, I'm actually for TikTok, so maybe if you vote me in, I'll quash all these plans to get rid of it that are currently happening over there.
That doesn't surprise me one bit, that he will leverage it to his advantage. I wonder where his Truth Social sits if he's jumping ship to TikTok.
Clearly, there weren't many people who were going to jump ship from other major platforms to be on there. Maybe a select few, but yeah, I think he's really trying to increase his reach. And by jumping on TikTok at this time, I'm just going to put him in a really good position. There's
that to consider as well when we're talking about the election and, of course, AI being influenced. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, a lot of talk about the concern, deepfakes, etc. What have you witnessed when it comes to a sort of election time?
Yeah, and I know the platforms, the AI tools and the organisations are really trying to work out ways to combat that, because of course there are going to be bad actors, and we saw what happened the way that social media was manipulated around previous elections in terms of targeting advertising and using data. So yeah, I think it is a real issue, and I'm not sure how well they're actually going to navigate that in this election. I think there'll be a lot of firsts and a lot of things popping up that we'll think we need to fix that next time.
Absolutely, and you and I will no doubt be keeping an eye on it as we move forward. But Dr. Karen Sutherland, thank you for joining me on the program this morning and talking all about what's going on when it comes to TikTok, AI and that big partnership.
Thank you so much.